YouTube as well. The Playbook Podcast, Kyle Turner. You can find us on YouTube as well. We're working on getting our page up. We're working on getting our Facebook and Instagram page up as well. Got a few different details that we're trying to work out in that regard. But listen, I'm going to have that up as well. Listen, I need you guys continued support to help press and push this product out. Each and every time we come out on Mondays. Mondays we come out each and every week, y'all. I need y'all support. I need y'all to keep that same energy as you guys have different products and different businesses that you guys have. Listen, I have no problem supporting. And if you want to get on the show, holla at your boy, man. Leave your show notes, leave your comments in the show notes, and listen, I'll get back to you guys. And listen, if you want to just bust it up and have sports talk, I'm right here for you. All right? Before we get going and get into the brand new, revised version of Turner's Top 5 Sports Moments of the Week, let me give you guys the trivia question of the day answer, all right? Earlier we went to college basketball a little bit. What are the 2 states in the United States that have yet to send a team to the NCAA tournament? And the answer to that? Alaska and Maine. In all the great 50 states, it's just been Alaska and Maine not sending a ticket to the NCAA tournament. That's crazy, man. 48 other states have had some team represent them, except Alaska and Maine. You talk about Hawaii, too, that has sent a team to the NCAA tournament, but never Alaska or Maine. Interesting. I really didn't know that until actually looking up this, and I'm like, wow. Alaska and Maine are the last of the Mohicans in regards to states that have yet to send a team to the NCAA tournament. It's something for you to kind of ponder on throughout the week. A little bit of college basketball, mixing it up a little bit with the trivia question of the day. So without further ado, y'all, we revised the name a little bit. Shout out to my brother Kwame, who celebrates a birthday today. Happy birthday, bro. Love you, man. Listen, this is all for you, bro. We done talked about this 4 years ago, and now we bring it into manifestation. All right? This is Stop Playing. Stop Playing. All right? Number 5 on Stop Playing, we got campaigning for a new bag. Game 2 campaign went off without Chris Paul in the lineup for the Phoenix Suns. Listen, they had a little bit of problems. Devin Booker was having a rough game. But listen, campaign was campaigning for his bag. All right? He no longer doing dance moves with Russell Westbrook and OKC. He's in Phoenix doing his thing, rising with the Suns. And listen, he's rising to the occasion to make sure that he wins the NBA championship. Listen, campaigning. He's on his presidential run, trying to get his bag for the Phoenix Suns. He's number 5 on this week's Stop Playing. 29 points, 9 assists, no turnovers. Campaign. Stop playing, yo. Stop playing with him, man. All right? Number 4, DeAndre Ayton completely wrecks Zubac. Number 4, listen, Jay Crowder had probably one of the nicest passes, but it was all about the execution of the play in game 2. All right? So there's a pick by Devin Booker, springs DeAndre Ayton open, and he flushes it on Zubac to help the Phoenix Suns win game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. And listen, a lot of that had to do with Coach Monty Williams drawing it up for him. And game 2 was a whole lot of referee stoppages. Listen, the last 2 minutes of the game took 35 real-time minutes. That's ridiculous. We're not going to talk about that. But listen, DeAndre Ayton coming through in the clutch. And this young brother right here, with the help of Chris Paul, he about to earn himself a nice hefty bag with the way he's been playing in his first NBA playoffs. Shooting over 50% every game. in his first 14 games. Nobody has ever done that in the NBA history. DeAndre Ayton, stop playing with your boy. Stop playing with Zubac out here. All right? Number 3, playoff P. He has a moment of pandemic P. Now, before the alley-oop that was to end the game for game 2, Paul George went to the line to actually try to knock the game up or send it to overtime. Paul George proceeds to missing 2 clutch free throws, which then ensued the following possession where DeAndre Ayton stuck the nail in the coffin and sent the Clippers back home to LA down 2-0. Playoff P? I don't know. In that moment, you looking like pandemic P. Alright? Paul George, stop playing. Stop playing. You thought you were looking like playoff P, but in that moment in game 2, you're looking like pandemic P. You number 3. Or stop playing. Number 2, Trae Young. Listen, Trae Young has been bowling out of his mind in this entire NBA playoffs. First NBA playoff, Trae Young is a bona fide superstar. I'm not going to be Stephen A. Smith. I'm not going to go into all those different soliloquies and different other things like that. I'm not going to go into that. But Trae Young, 48 in game 1. Broke Drew Holiday's whole spirit. Changed the Holiday he turned into the Grinch. He turned into the Grinch in game 1 with 48. He broke the mess out of Drew Holiday. And then, to top it all off, he hit the little shimmy after making the shot. Drew Holiday, brother, I hope you're good now. I mean, you still dropped 33 in game 1. But listen, Trae Young was coming for your neck with that crossover, my man. He really was. All right? Broke you. They had the shimmy on you. Bruh, Trae Young, stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. All right? Trae Young, number 2, on stop playing. Number 1, oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. John Collins. John Collins, he done already put Joel Embiid on the t-shirt. All right? Y'all already saw the t-shirt after game 7. That was a savage move. All right? But listen, the alley-oop by Trae Young. First of all, he went straight and 1 off the glass to John Collins, who flushed it on Brook Lopez. And listen, I'm not going to be surprised if John Collins has Brook Lopez on a t-shirt after that nasty, filthy, disgusting facial in game number 1. John Collins, stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. He about to put Brook Lopez on another t-shirt after that vicious dunk in game number 1. John Collins, stop playing with him out here. All right? Listen, but take a quick break, y'all. Let me go ahead and calm down. My man had me hyped. It's one of those plays where he's like, yo, you got the whole team hyped for the whole rest of the week after that. All right? John Collins, number 1 on this week's edited version of Turner's Top 5 plays. Now to stop playing. Stop playing, John Collins. All right? When we come back, we got the championship speech to get your mind right, to regulate your thoughts, and get you motivated mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to go out and achieve the goals that you want to reach throughout the week, all right? Listen, it's your chill brother from another. Y'all come on back for yet more of what you came here for in the Playbook Podcast. What's really going on, family? Welcome back inside the Playbook Podcast. Your chill brother from another, Mr. All About My Biz. And listen, y'all, I just want to appreciate you guys taking this ride with me. Yet another episode of the Playbook Podcast. Y'all already know what to do. No need to quit. Y'all follow the script, and y'all follow us on Spotify, on Anchor, on Spreaker, on Google Podcasts, and wherever you find your podcast platforms as we look to expand our horizons, where we bring the barbershop to your podcast, y'all. Listen, we've gone through the whole 9 on today. We've gone through the opening tip, moving the chains, the brand new, modified, stop playing part of the episode. And now, without further ado, y'all, let's get right into the championship speech. So listen, y'all, the championship speech, we had talked about it, kind of touched on it earlier. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. And I know it's a kind of cliche and, eat right, then that's what you'll become. But eating has more to do with just the physical. It has more to do with your mental as well. And you know how we go on verbatim every episode in regards to your mindset, the mentality you must have going into every single week, yo. And every week is different. Every day is different, But how we are able to eat has a lot to do with how our future is going to be. Let me go ahead and break down to you guys the acronym that I have for EAT. EAT is our ability to execute, our attitude, and our tenacity. Let me repeat that again. Your ability and our ability to execute, our attitude, and our tenacity. Many times we all have felt like, man, I'm stuck. Not really experiencing a whole lot of success in your business, your job, life in general. Don't seem like your relationships are going in the proper way that you would love it to be. And things like that, right? Everything feels stale. But let's talk about how we need to eat differently. How we execute. What is our attitude? What's our level of tenacity in our life? We all have hopes and dreams. We all have different life goals, and, we all have different little aspects of our vision for our life that we all have. We know we're all trying to figure this thing called life out each and every day, trying to figure out where do I fit in? What's my purpose? Praying to God for direction and understanding on how I can get to where His grace is. Grace is God's riches at Christ's expense. So our ability to get in that level where we're not chasing after the money, but the money is finding us, is purpose. It's been purpose for us since the beginning of time. But how we eat determines how we're going to stay there. Because sometimes we can get where we need to be, but our ability to maintain the proper attitude, the proper execution, the proper focus, the proper tenacity is what's going to keep us there. So listen, y'all, my whole thing in this whole entire week is, you get to a point in time sometimes where you have to look at yourself. And I'm very introspective on my life. I'm very critical of myself and different things that I do, different things that I say, how I live, etc. I'm always going to be that type of way towards myself. And of course, the whole thing is to our own self be true, right? Same time, you have to look at, sometimes we have 2 out of the 3. Sometimes we have 1 out of the 3 where we're good at executing, but our attitude sucks and our tenacity is terrible. Sometimes we got 2. Sometimes we can execute, we got the level of tenacity that we need, but our attitude is piss poor. It's not where it needs to be. It's in a level where we're wanting things to be in the way that we would love it to be, but at the same time, our attitude is not a reflection of where our life is heading. Just like in the movie Remember the Titans, where Julius had to get Gary in check, right? You had to be like, listen, y'all, attitude reflects leadership. Our attitude in the midst of whatever storms might be in our lives, we all are going to go through life. We're all going to go through our different spats with different things and different aspects of our life where we're like, man, I don't know how I'm going to get over this hump. It seems like nothing is going in the right direction. It seems like I'm only going to be right here. Like the ceiling has been placed upon my life and that's all I'm going to have. No, sir. No, ma'am. Our ability to execute properly through the midst of whatever is going on in our lives, helps us to be able to endure what is to come for our future. So listen, family, all of us, myself in general, this week we can all learn to lead better and champion